All right, let's rev our engines for some grammar work in our introductory prepositional phrase. Remember that our prepositions are those connector words. A sentence falls apart if it is a preposition and you take it out. And so check for those prepositions by removing the word that you think is a preposition and seeing if your sentence still makes sense. If it doesn't make sense anymore, that was a preposition. And it is connected to a noun or a pronoun after the preposition, and it adds information about how, when, where things happen in your sentence. Let's open to page 112. We are going to do letter D, the last sentence on that page together. And then you're going to complete the rest of it and check it with me after that. Let's begin looking at letter D. Please say all of this out loud with me. You're going to analyze it along with me. Let's begin. During the afternoon, Fritz studied the old pictures for hours. Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? Yes. During the afternoon is a prepositional phrase. During is a preposition. During what? Afternoon. Object of the preposition. Which afternoon? The afternoon. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Are there any other prepositional phrases in this sentence? Fritz studied the old pictures for hours. For hours is a prepositional phrase. For is the preposition. For what? Hours. Object of the preposition. Are there any other prepositional phrases in this sentence? No. Let's check. Take away your preposition and see if you're right. The afternoon, Fritz studied the old pictures hours. I think we found them. Begin again. During the afternoon, Fritz studied the old pictures for hours. This is a sentence and it is declarative. This sentence is about Fritz. So Fritz is the subject. This sentence tells us that Fritz studied. So studied is the predicate. It is the predicate verb because it shows action. There are no linking verbs because predicate verbs do not use linking verbs. Always go back to your verbs. Studied what? Pictures. Direct object because it receives the action of the verb. Which pictures or what kind of pictures? Old pictures. So it is an adjective because it modifies a noun. Which pictures? The pictures. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Are we done? No, we have to deal with our phrases. Fritz studied when? During the afternoon. So this is an adverbial element because it modifies the verb and it is a prepositional phrase. Studied when? For hours. So for hours is an adverbial element because it modifies the verb and it is a prepositional phrase. Are we finished? Everything has a line, modifying, or is a principal element. Well done. Your job now is to go through the entire rest of pages 112 and 113. You will be analyzing A, B, C, and D, or A, B, and C. We just did D. You will answer what is an object of a preposition using your jingle to answer that in a complete sentence. And then on page 113, be very careful. Follow the instructions. Imagine Fritz finding a jelly bean jar and knocking it over in the kitchen. With that in mind, complete the phrase for each preposition listed and then write a sentence that includes the phrase. I am requiring you to use it as a phrase that is an introductory prepositional phrase today. Follow that instruction. So you will say on something, and that will be your starting prepositional phrase, which means you will have to have a capital on the preposition because it starts the sentence, and you will have to have a comma at the end of your prepositional phrase before you start your subject and your predicate. Okay, you will do that for A and B, both having to do with some sort of jelly bean jar in the kitchen. Sounds exciting. I look forward to hearing what kind of adventures you come up with that. Check back in with me in just a moment. You can pause the video here and you can check your answers for A and B and C in just a moment. Get to work.